New since 5 o'clock, immigration joins a list of local political issues following a conversation at last night's Quincy City Council meeting. City leaders, police, and local social service agencies prepare for the possibility of migrants being brought to the Quincy area. WGEM's Joseph Lawler reports.
I'm optimistic that we're going to be able to pull together a plan.
A conversation that began earlier this month at a Human Rights Commission meeting in Quincy snowballed into a much larger conversation last night at a city council meeting. This after a number of smaller communities in Illinois report buses and planes dropping off migrants. Quincy Mayor Mike Trope says after reviewing proposals in other communities to tackle the issue, he believes they may be difficult to enforce.
Legal has told us, look, we aren't sure that they're enforceable. And I mean, the last thing we need is to put an ordinance on the books that's not enforceable.
Trope says after last night's meeting, it's clear the council believes this is a state or even federal issue and cannot be solved solely through local government. He says social service agencies in this case would be key.
The social services historically have just provided some unbelievable services.
Mark Philpott, the chairman of the Human Rights Commission, believes it's best to have a plan in place before the need arises.
It's a hope that this doesn't happen and that this would not impact our community at all. But it just makes good sense to be prepared because it has happened to so many communities without warning.
He says he hopes people look beyond the politics and recognize the humanitarian effort that would be needed if people were dropped off in Quincy.
Too often we get very mired in the political aspect about it. That's not what Human Rights Commission does. Human Rights Commission is about finding solutions.
Now, Trope says that representatives of local social services will gather Friday to discuss the matter in more detail. The Human Rights Commission meets at 6:30 p.m. the first Thursday of each month at City Hall.